eat fresh. Now, live from Buffalo Wild Wings in College Park, here's Maryland head coach Mark Turgeon and Johnny Holiday.
And time to visit with our Player of the Week, brought to you by Capital One Bank. That's the official bank of Maryland Athletics. And our special Player of the Week is Richaud Pack out of Detroit, Michigan, transferred into Maryland after getting his degree at North Carolina A&T and now in a business school at the University of Maryland. And, Coach, he's just exactly what the doctor ordered. A guy in double figures, 25 of 29 games last year for North Carolina A&T.
Yeah, I looked at a lot of fifth-year guys, obviously knowing we needed a player, and Richaud just stuck out on film. And we knew some people that coached in that league that were really high on him, and they just felt like he'd be the right fit for our team. And so I felt that way after watching him on film and then getting to know him and his mom. I really felt that way. Now, it wasn't an easy get. Richaud made us work pretty hard to get the commitment. But we got in late, and I feel very fortunate that we were able to do it. And really it comes down to, in the end, it was more about not just the player, but about the person and what, how he could represent Maryland, how he could lead with his experience. And so we talked about that. So it was much more than him as the player, but he's a really good player. And then, we'll talk about it, but, he's had to play point for us. Hadn't played point a lot, I think, since high school, you told me when I was recruiting you.
Right.
And I didn't know who we were going to play at point. We talked about Dez, but I think Richaud can handle it. He's had a good summer, good, early part of the season, and it takes more pressure off Dez for him to be able to do it. And he's got good pace about him, so it's been a good fit. He's really helped us.
Yeah, Richaud, you could have gone other places for grad school. What was the attraction outside of Coach Turgeon to come to Maryland and go to the Robert Smith School of Business here?
I was really impressed with the Robert H. Smith School of Business when I came here. I met certain people within the program over there, and I was just really impressed how they carried themselves, how they treated me. And it's a top 20 business school, so
you're not kidding.
The chance to be able to be a part of that was important to me.
Very tough to get in there, too.
It is.
Yeah, extremely tough. Don Marcus in the Baltimore Sun did a great feature on you last week, talked about you growing up in Detroit and how you were shooting as a young kid. Tell the fans who may not have seen the story about Don how that all came about.
When I grew up, my dad built a concrete court in the backyard, probably about 12 by 15 feet. It felt a lot bigger back then. And there was a telephone cord that went across the entire backyard, and so I had to shoot real high to score. And besides that, I had two brothers and a father who wouldn't let me score until I was about 8 years old. So I had to learn how to shoot high.
And you come out of high school and you go first of all to FIU, right?
Yes.
Okay, stayed a couple of years there, and then decided that maybe another school would be better off for you and your talents. North Carolina A&T.
Right. I just felt, I could contribute, at a different school. Different situations just led me to go to different schools, and, luckily I ended up here.
And when we played FI, I thought you played in that game, but you were hurt in that game.
No, I played.
You did play.
Oh, yes. That's why we won. I didn't think you did play.
I thought you had a pretty good night against us, didn't you? Weren't you in double figures?
Not quite. I know I scored with about 15 seconds left, though, to put us down 1, maybe 2.
That's right.
You guys were clearly the better team that night. That kid got hurt.
DeJuan Wright.
Yeah, you guys would have beat us. No
well,
doubt.
you bring so much to this team as a coach with experience and leadership, and the younger guys in this team can look up to you and say, hey, this is the way it should be done. I want to be like Richaud Pack.
I enjoy the leader role. I think I get to be a big leader and a big follower on this team at the same time. Guys like Dez and Evan and Jake know the system, and they know the coach and, Maryland in general a lot better than me. But then I can relay a lot of that stuff to the freshmen because they look up to me because I'm an older guy still. So I get to, play both roles, and I really enjoy that.
Does the word old school come to mind, Coach, with Richaud? He plays it the way it should be played.
Yeah, you know what? He's really good at reading screens and coming off screens, which is an art, and timing. And, as our system gets more in place, the more we can bring him off screens, the better off he's going to be. We have some plays where it does that. He came off a double screen on Saturday and missed a shot, which Richaud hardly ever misses those when he comes off those screens. So, yeah, there's a lot of ways he can help us. But, like he said, he's leading in his own way, but he doesn't want to step on any toes, so he's just he's being himself. And, he brings it hard every day. And there was about a 4 or 5 day span where he wasn't practicing hard, and coach was on him pretty good, and he's responded ever since. So I think he's having a good time. I think he's enjoying it. I think the system fits him. And, it really helps us defensively. Whenever you get an older guy he's had 3 different college coaches. I'm the 4th college coach he's had. You learn different systems, and you become more of a complete player. But he has a really good feel for help side defense. He's a really good on-ball defender. He really presses the ball. He had 6 deflections on Saturday. So there's a lot of ways that he can help us.
Logan Ehrenhold went through this too.
Yeah. If he shoots like Logan, he's going to have a heck of a year, which he can shoot. Logan shot about 48% from 3, and had a really good year for us. And I think Richaud can do all the things, and a little bit more. He's has a little bit more handle than Logan had, and can be a much better defender than Logan. And Logan was terrific for us. He knows that, and really helped us.
Now a grad assistant on your staff, Logan Ehrenhold, as well.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He really is, and it's good to have him and John Osline are 2 former players on your staff. That's great. It's really fun.
Richaud, have you accomplished in these 2 exhibition games all that you wanted to work on as you get ready for Wagner on Friday night?
I did. I got to get more comfortable playing point guard in front of the crowd and, against someone else other than our team. And I got to see how I could contribute, which spots I would be able to pick, and just getting a feel for playing an actual game with our players.
Can you feel the difference? We haven't played a game yet, official game, till Friday. Can you feel the difference in the teammates you have now compared to teammates in the past at this level?
I can definitely feel the difference. How good they are takes a lot of pressure off of me, and I really enjoy that, I don't have to take shots that I don't want to take, and guys like Dez and Melo create wide open shots for me. So I think I get to make them better, and they get to make me better.
Well, you've certainly made your mark in the past, and this ought to be a heck of a year for you. We wish you nothing but the best starting Friday night.
Thank you.
Okay, Rich. Good man, Coach.
Thanks,
good
Richaud.
man.
Thanks for coming on, Blake.
Richaud Pack with us. We'll take a break and come back and continue with more. The Mark Turgeon Radio Show in just a minute from Buffalo Wild Wings on the Terrapin Sports Radio Network.